Well, this is quite a surprising turn of events. It appears that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been pushed into making a decision that very few expected. After months of growing speculation about Meghan's long-anticipated return to British soil, the trip has reportedly been called off. This is clearly not the outcome Harry and Meghan were hoping for.
Shocking headline on the front page of the Mail on Sunday. Dismay for the King as Harry says he may not bring Meghan and the kids back to the UK.
This was meant to be Meghan Markle's major comeback moment. Instead, something happened behind closed doors that completely changed everything. Royal author Tom Bower has reportedly revealed exactly what caused the sudden shift, and the reason behind it is far from pleasant.
He is very calculating and very ruthless and very self-promoting, but she's taken on more in the end than she...
Here is what we know so far. The Invictus Games are officially set for Birmingham, with rehearsals already scheduled for this coming July. As the founder of the Games, Prince Harry has no option but to attend. Meghan Markle was also reportedly expected to join him, which would have marked her first trip back to British soil in 4 years, but that plan has now changed completely.
I think that's what the Invictus Games, which is this very splendid competition for wounded servicemen, is going to start in Birmingham next year, but there's a rehearsal later in the summer. And Harry is determined to come, and if he could, he'd bring Meghan and somehow work his way back in, so that they have status.
Of course, this trip was never only about the Invictus Games. They had also planned to set aside time to visit Princess Diana's grave, a visit that seemed to align perfectly with the expected media attention. On the surface, it appeared to be a heartfelt and meaningful gesture, but in reality, many people were not convinced.
Prince Harry and Meghan could be staying at Althorp House, Princess Diana's ancestral estate, in West Northamptonshire. I feel very British. They're going to be staying in West Northamptonshire, having high tea and crumpets and scones. The estate's website notes that it will be closed to visitors next month, prompting speculation that Harry and his family could visit or even stay there during the family trip. Now, this is where Princess Diana is buried, and with the family's visit falling shortly after her birthday, this could make sense. Her birthday is on July 1st.
However, after carefully considering everything, Prince Harry has decided not to bring Meghan Markle and the children with him. Now, Tom Bower has revealed what reportedly led to this sudden decision. According to Bower, Harry became so focused on the excitement of returning to the United Kingdom that he overlooked one major issue that has followed him for years: security. For quite some time, Prince Harry has been pushing for fully taxpayer-funded security for himself and his family whenever they travel to the United Kingdom.
Absolutely. I mean, the cost of living for them is enormous. I mean, the security alone, which they feel they need, must cost between $1.5 and $2 million a year.
So when preparations for the trip began, Prince Harry once again requested security protection. Reports indicated that the Royal and VIP Executive Committee, known as RAVEC, said they needed time to review the situation before giving a final decision. Confident that the outcome would be in his favor, Harry and his family moved ahead with their travel preparations. However, only days before the planned trip, the request was rejected once again.
The process, RAVIC, who did deny Harry this additional security that he's requested, it's their job to assess credible threats using intelligence the public doesn't have access to. And if they concluded Harry doesn't require the level of taxpayer-funded security he's demanding, I have to assume that decision was based on the best available evidence.
Prince Harry has repeatedly made it clear that he will not bring his wife and children to the United Kingdom unless they are given the same level of security provided to working members of the royal family. He has pointed to ongoing security concerns and continued threats since he and Meghan Markle stepped away from royal duties.
With Harry previously stating that his wife and children are not safe in Britain, he's backed himself into a really awkward corner here. But you're absolutely right. It would be catastrophic if anything happened to Harry and Meghan while they were visiting the UK.
Although Prince Harry appealed the decision that removed his security in 2020, he ultimately lost the case in court. That means if Harry wants that same level of protection now, he would need to pay for it himself. As a result, Harry has reportedly been rethinking the entire situation. He has been carefully weighing whether it is worth putting his family's safety at risk by bringing them to the United Kingdom without the level of security he believes they need, or whether it would be better to leave Meghan Markle and the children behind in California. It now appears he has chosen the second option, as growing doubts suggest Meghan and the children may no longer be joining him on the trip.
That, now I'm reconsidering bringing Meghan and the children, which we all know is just Harry and Meghan trying to manipulate the media and bully King Charles into a corner.
According to Tom Bauer, tensions within the royal family still remain far from resolved. Prince Harry continues to be at odds with his older brother, Prince William, and William is said to remain deeply hurt by everything that has unfolded over the past several years. Meghan Markle has also been viewed by many as one of the key reasons behind the growing breakdown in the relationship between the two brothers.
On the other hand, William, under no circumstances, in my opinion, would allow Harry to come back, and Meghan would be certainly stopped midway across the Atlantic.
That now appears to be exactly what has happened. After being denied taxpayer-funded security, Prince Harry has been left with no real choice but to leave Meghan Markle behind. They seem to have been backed into a corner because if Harry brings Meghan to the United Kingdom without proper security, he would risk contradicting his own statements and making it appear that all of the concern and controversy was for nothing. On top of that, reports suggest there are still senior royal staff members who remain on difficult terms with Meghan Markle. So why would anyone willingly return to a place where key relationships are still damaged and unresolved? That would be an incredibly difficult position for anyone to face, not because Meghan would be in physical danger, but because she would likely not receive the warm welcome that a member of the royal family would normally expect.
Insiders are describing her, as you know, quote, a dictator in high heels who terrifies staff and accusations of her belittling people. They constantly demand respect and privacy, but again, treat their own employees with zero respect and create a revolving door of allegedly terrified staff.
Many people within royal circles still connect Meghan Markle with past bullying allegations and believe she struggled to accept the traditions and structure of royal life. She has not fully repaired her relationship with the institution, and returning now could easily reopen old wounds that have only just started to heal. The trust between both sides has been deeply damaged, and a return to the United Kingdom could bring all of those unresolved tensions back to the surface once again.
Well, there's a whole story about her attitude to people she works with, especially in a photo shoot about Reitman's, a sort of Marks and Spencer's chain store in Canada, where the experience for all the 80 crew was just horrendous. And there was two agents who told horrible stories about her bullying and her oppression. That was really quite a revelation. Her father...
Tom Bauer also shared the view that Meghan Markle strongly dislikes the British media, to the point that the idea of facing them again would make her deeply uncomfortable. According to him, Meghan wants to avoid dealing with the British press, at least until her conditions are fully met. Right now, she is focused on rebuilding her declining public image, and a return to Britain could trigger another wave of headlines she would rather avoid. Meghan has consistently ranked among the most unpopular public figures in several opinion polls, so from her perspective, this may not be the right moment to return. She reportedly wants to avoid another round of damaging media attention. It is not just the media she has to consider. Public support for both Meghan Markle and even the once widely admired Prince Harry has fallen sharply in recent years. To avoid protests, uncomfortable public reactions, or another difficult media storm, Meghan is reportedly choosing to stay behind while Harry travels alone.
People on the whole are bored to death with her and her jam and her silly speeches and ridiculous shots on Instagram, and it suddenly becomes an irritating irrelevance. And that is really, I think, in her darkest moments, her greatest fear. What happens when the show stops completely?
Meghan Markle reportedly believes that returning to Britain could help restore some of the relevance she feels she has lost over the years. However, that now seems highly unlikely. Since leaving Frogmore Cottage, Prince Harry and Meghan no longer have an official royal residence in Britain. On top of that, royal critics believe that even if accommodation had been arranged, Prince William would never have allowed them to film inside a palace and present themselves as working royals. From her perspective, the question becomes simple. Why return to the United Kingdom if she cannot live and appear as a royal inside a palace?
And as for the accommodation in a royal palace, well, we've got so many empty royal palaces at the moment. I don't think that's going to be a huge issue. The issue will only be if they allow themselves to be filmed and photographed as if they were members of the royal family. I think that is where the line...
Their major commercial ventures, including Netflix, Spotify, and even American Riviera Orchard, have reportedly struggled to deliver the results many expected. Because of this, there are growing claims that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are no longer in the strong financial position they once appeared to have. As a result, the luxury hotels they previously stayed in are now said to be much harder to justify from a financial standpoint.
Problem is that they've got no future. I mean, as ever, all her products, of course, is a complete disaster. She's got no Netflix series. She hasn't got any project at all. And they are literally wallowing in a maze where to go. And so predictably. And so that is the problem, and for them to come back in the midst of the current royal crisis here.
Meghan Markle's reported decision not to accompany Prince Harry is also creating what many see as a clear divide in their priorities. Harry appears focused on maintaining his ties to the United Kingdom, supporting veterans through the Invictus Games, and possibly rebuilding some family relationships. Meanwhile, Meghan seems more focused on staying in California with the children. Harry reportedly wants the chance to reconnect with his family and spend more time in the country where he grew up. Meghan, however, appears willing to return to the United Kingdom only if her conditions are fully met.
She never intended to stay in Britain, but just took the title, and in the end, what I really hold against her, she betrayed all those people who tried very hard, from the best of intentions, from the Queen downwards, to make her feel welcome and believe that she would integrate herself into the royal...
Stepping back from royal duties, Meghan Markle no longer holds any official role that requires her presence in the United Kingdom. So while Prince Harry may still attend the Invictus Games rehearsals, Meghan would no longer have the platform she may have hoped could help rebuild her damaged public image. She also would not have the same opportunity to promote her lifestyle products, which many believe have struggled to gain momentum. As a result, it becomes difficult for Meghan to justify returning to the United Kingdom unless Harry is willing to personally cover the cost of security. Something many believe is increasingly unlikely.
The rest. So I think that they're running out of money. I mean, I've conservatively put their annual expenditure at $3 million, but for that they'd have to earn $4 or $5 million. And they're running out of money because they run out of people to interest to buy their story. And that's why I think in the end they'll be desperate to come back to Britain to revalidate and reconcile with the royal family, which in the end will be the only way they might be able to save themselves. But I think that's a remote possibility.
The trip is likely to create more problems than benefits for Meghan Markle, and staying away may be the safer choice for her right now. But according to Tom Bauer, this situation is far from over. He believes the timing may not be right at this moment, but eventually Prince Harry and Meghan could run out of options. Many believe that nearly every major venture they have pursued has fallen short, and the opportunities around them are becoming more limited. Bauer believes this may be exactly why Harry has remained so determined to preserve whatever connection he still has with his family. Deep down, he may understand that one day the United Kingdom could become the only place left for them to turn. The big question now is whether Harry and Meghan will eventually be forced back to Britain or continue building their future in America.